It's Blue Monday, the day that is said to be the saddest of the year. The holidays are done, the best food of the year eaten, and the presents unwrapped. Even worse, the weather is chilly and the days still feel a little too short. So finding the motivation to get out and ride your bike can feel a little bit tricky. Fear not though, because we're here with a few of our top tips that'll inspire you to get outside and shred, even on the bleakest of days. One surefire way to get motivated throughout winter is to set yourself a mountain bike goal, something that's exciting and challenging, which requires you to put in the miles. It could be a race that you've always wanted to try, like the epic Mega Avalanche, which Blake ticked off his bucket list actually, or it could be a long distance bikepacking adventure. Whatever it is you want to do, create a training plan and be sure to set yourself some mini goals along the way so you can track your progress and maintain the hype. If you're still unsure that having a goal will spur you on through the winter weeks ahead, why not rope a friend into the action so you can encourage each other through the training? We've all headed out on rides which seem really demanding at first, so you end up finding yourself counting down the kilometres until it's over. The problem with this frame of mind is that you forget to actually enjoy the ride because all you're riding for is that high feeling of accomplishment when you finish. Well, you can easily remedy this by reframing your outlook. What you need to do is take your more challenging rides and break them down in your mind to keep your focus small. So rather than getting overwhelmed by the whole route or the elevation challenges waiting for you, study the loop and focus on short sections at a time. Who doesn't love riding new places? Venturing away from your local trail haunts is another excellent way to motivate yourself out of the house and onto the bike this winter. Circling the same trails can get a little tedious, so go out and find new thrills elsewhere. Do some research to find new areas to ride, read up on your reviews and chat with your friends to discover where you and your bike can go next. If you make plans to ride somewhere new, it's a great idea to tag along with some locals who can show you around the trails and all the secret stuff too. Once you've ridden one new place, you'll want to explore more, so make yourself a little checklist and tick them off as you go. Winter mountain biking comes with a few challenges of its own, like wet trails, reducing grip, leaving you scrambling around and sliding about. However, these more difficult conditions are when you should be out playing on your bike the most. Let the bike move beneath you as your bike handling skills are put to the test, and focus on your line choices to avoid particularly slick points. All of this winter riding and the hours spent in the cold slop will soon pay off when the trails dry out, because your hone skills will help you find new speeds and flow. Sometimes riding in the worst conditions helps you perform in the best conditions. Many of the reasons you have not to ride your bike in the winter can probably be combated by simply being well prepared for your ride. Having the right kit and the equipment for a winter ride is a great motivational tool, because if you love riding your bike and you're protected from the weather, nothing is going to stop you. Cold and wet weather can typically be overcome with suitable clothing. Having a good layering system which combines thermals, base layers, mid layers and jackets is a great way to start keeping warm and dry when you're outdoors. A decent waterproof jacket is an absolute must, because you never know when you're going to get caught out in a shower, and riding in the cold while soaked through is just not fun. Another good preparation area to consider is your bike. If you want more information on how to winterproof your bike, check out Doddy's video here.
Is making sure your bike is fully cleaned and it's got a lot of decent quality grease on it. So as well as the grease lubricating the actual bearings and stuff on the bike itself, it also acts as a bit of a defensive barrier to keep water at bay.
Fitness tracking apps or just riding apps may not be for everyone, but it's more than about racing mates, which can be fun. Monitoring progress can be really rewarding, and these apps can be a great tool for setting goals and sticking to them. When you see all the stats like speed, distance, time, heart rate and segment times, all reflecting the physical effort you put into a ride, you immediately want to beat it over and over again. Seeing your progress get better just motivates you to ride more so you can keep improving your riding stats. When you enjoy doing something you love, it's always fun to share it with friends, and mountain biking is one of the best sports for socialising. Having a social ride in the diary is definitely something to look forward to. A day out with the bikes and your mates is always a laugh, especially when you have some friendly competition along the ride. But as someone's friend, you can also help encourage your mates to ride with you, especially if they're feeling the effects of the winter blues as well. Use one another for support and motivation by organising rides together and setting goals for the year ahead. Sometimes a little incentive can go a long way to getting you off the couch and onto the saddle, especially when the day outside looks most unwelcoming. One of the best incentives is rewarding a good ride with a pint or a nice slice of cake. Knowing that's waiting at the end of the ride is enough to help muddle up the challenging climbs. Another great treat is earning a new piece of bike bling or kit by setting yourself a kilometre challenge. Like, if you complete 150 kilometres of trails in a month, you definitely deserve those new carbon handlebars. Book a holiday. Booking a mountain bike holiday is the ultimate summer reward. It's the treat on the horizon which you need to ride through the winter for. It's a great idea. If you take the time out and spend the money to travel with your bike, you'll want to make the most of the trails and the time you have there. To do that, you need to be fit and capable. So spend this time working on your bike skills and endurance so you can spend full days out on the trails, making the most of your well-earned mountain bike vacation. So for inspiration, check out some winter riding destinations here.
For many of us, winter is here. The dark, short, cold days have set in. But don't fear, this is our list of our favourite destinations to get away into the sunshine for some winter riding.
So what are you waiting for? Get motivated, get off the couch and enjoy riding your bike this winter. You know you'll feel good for it after, especially when you have fun and exciting challenge to work towards. Look right here for Blake doing exactly that in his first enduro ride on a hardtail no less. Click on the globe to subscribe and hit the like button if you're fired up for the year ahead. Best of luck.